I've been looking for a good webcam to plug into my Mac. All the good ones apparently are sold out. These 5 I purchased on Amazon. I was looking for a few characteristics of a webcam. I wanted them to at least have a 90-degree field of view. I wanted them to have HD, and I wanted them to be under $100. And these all fit the bill. I think the highest priced one was about $80. The rest of them are between $40 and $60. In this video, I'm going to do a demo of all 5 of these and also compare it to my old Logitech. I believe this was the 9C10. This was a very early model of a Logitech HD webcam. Still use it. Here's my conclusions with all these webcams. With the ToLulu, this is a ToLulu. It apparently has a 110-degree widescreen field of view, but I couldn't tell. It was not functional. It didn't work the first time I plugged it into QuickTime, so I don't even have a test to show you. I did an audio test. The audio is very tinny, very thin and tinny sounding. I'm about a foot away from the ToLulu webcam. This is what my audio sounds like when I'm 1 foot away from the ToLulu webcam. So the microphone is no good. The microphone on your computer, your laptop, is way better. And it's not reliable. Tried it with Zoom and Skype, and it worked, and then it didn't work. I was recording with QuickTime for a little, maybe 3 minutes, and then it shut down. So the ToLulu, unreliable, don't get this. $60, not worth it. The FooVision. The FooVision is the cheapest, around $40 or less, and it feels that way. It's very cheaply made. It feels like a toy. Feels like something a child would use. Doesn't even feel like it would work. Just if you held it in your hand, it just does not feel like it's real. Feels like those toy cameras, those Hello Kitty toy cameras. And it's a manual lens, and it's all plastic. Everything's plastic, everything's really light, and it's very distorted. It had a very distorted field of view, almost like it's fisheye, and it had the worst video quality among all of the cheaper Amazon cameras. Video quality is awful, although the dynamic range was oddly, it held up. But this is an awful webcam. Do not get the FooVision webcam. This is the audio from the FooVision webcam. I am a foot away from the microphones. This is what the audio sounds like on the FooVision webcam at 1 foot away. Not worth the $40. The eMeet, and the eMeet feels like a more robust, reliable brand. The webcam itself feels very well built, even though it doesn't turn from side to side, and it's longer, about 5 inches here in length. The audio quality is okay, it's decent, not the best. This is the audio test of the eMeet webcam. I'm about a foot away from the internal mics, the built-in mics on the webcam itself. This is what it sounds like. The eMeet webcam internal mics from 1 foot away. It has a 90-degree field of view. What is not so great about the eMeet is the video quality. It's not the best video quality. It's maybe a little better than the Max webcams 720p. What I found with this is it's very washed out. It's a very washed out colors. And since it's a fixed focus, you have to be at a certain distance from it. Now with the SpeeDall, the good things about the SpeeDall is that if you wanted a wide degree of view, this is the widest at 120 degrees. And at 120 degrees, you're entering the GoPro field of view territory. The GoPro horizontal field of view at the widest is 122. It's like 123 degrees. That's the GoPro Hero 7, which I think is similar to the GoPro Hero 8. So when you're having this mounted in front of you as a webcam, think of this as a GoPro in front of you. Now, it's great because with with a manual focus, you can dial in your focus and have that sharpness, and it's fairly sharp compared to all these other ones. It's got decent audio with the audio built in, the microphones right up here. Now this is a microphone test of the SpeeDall webcam. I'm about a foot away from the microphones and it's facing me right now. This is the microphone test of the SpeeDall webcam at 1 foot away. The contrast is decent. It's not as washed out as the eMeet, so there's a fair amount of contrast. The problem with the SpeeDall is that it doesn't handle dynamic range very well. So if you're shooting next to a window, or if you have there's a high contrast from light and dark, either your skin tones will be blown out. If you're wearing a white t-shirt, your white t-shirt will be blown out. It doesn't handle dynamic range very well compared to all these other cameras. But the field of view, I don't think you can, there's another 120 degree field of view that's this quality as the SpeeDall. The AnjaTube, which is very similar to the SpeeDall in build quality and in the box, and it could even be identical, but with the branding of the AnjaTube, this had the best quality, it had the best features, the dynamic range held up way better than the SpeeDall. The dynamic range held up better than all of these webcams, and the focus is manual. You can adjust it here just like the SpeeDall, and once you dial in your focus, it's pretty sharp. I don't think it had that many drawbacks. It's 100 degree field of view, which is about as wide as I think a webcam camera should be for one person. Although you can fit 2 people easily, but 100. It's if you want your whole upper body in the shot, and the web camera is about arm's length away. That's what 100 degree field of view would get you, and 100 degrees are great. 90 or 100 degrees, a great field of view for web cameras. Here's an audio test of the AnjaTube webcam. I'm about a foot away. This is the internal mics on the webcam from about a foot away with the AnjaTube webcam. This is around $60-ish on Amazon. I highly recommend the AnjaTube if you cannot find or want to pay for the higher priced Logitech. The Logitech brand are the best web cameras in my opinion. This is an audio test of the Logitech C910. I am about 1 foot away from the microphones on this webcam. This is what it sounds like at 1 foot away from the microphones on the Logitech C910. This one, the C910, has been out for over a decade, and it has better video quality than all of these webcams, even being that old. It looks more akin to a old school 1/3 chip camcorder, but still better than these web cameras. Then there's this generic HDMI video capture card from HDMI to USB. You see these a lot on Amazon, and there's a ton of them on eBay. They're the same body design, but different brands, different Chinese brands have put their name on it. They're all the same thing. The good thing about this are these can be as low as $20, but then they go up to $60. These should be around like maybe $30. I would say if you're paying more than $30 for this capture card, you're paying too much. Does this work? It does the job if you have like a camcorder or a DSLR mirrorless camera and you want to use it as a webcam. Except with this one and also with the Cam Link, you're going to have latency. With all of these webcams, there are very little to zero latency. But when you're using this kind of capture card, there's a long latency. To me, it's very annoying, and it doesn't make me want to use it. I'd rather use one of these webcams. This Cam Link, and I've done another video, so I'm not going to include this in this video, so the link is below. You can check my review for the Cam Link. If you could find it, or if you would like to spend way more than it's worth, it's still available. But this is the real device. If you already own a camera, DSLR camera, mirrorless, video camera, I would get the Cam Link. If you could find it. It's supposed to go for around $130, but last time I checked, it's upwards of $200. Not worth it if it's over $200, but in the long run, you would want to get a Cam Link because with this one device, HDMI, USB, passes through both video and audio up to 4K.